Real estate sector, the country's second largest employer after agriculture, is staring at over 1.5 lakh crore rupees worth of losses due to the impact of ongoing COVID-19 pandemic on the Indian economy. This is likely to hit nearly 13 crore families directly or indirectly connected to the sector. The contraction in real estate and construction activity is expected to be more painful for all the businesses given the sector's linkages with over 250 industries and ancillary businesses. The sector contributes around 6% of India's GDP, and therefore any impact on this sector will be felt across all other industries and will be significant for the economy as well. I'm Kailash Babar from Economic Times. Let's find out what kind of support the industry has been looking for, the measures announced by the government so far, and its impact on the sector as well as home buyers. Pressure points for the sector. Liquidity crunch, absence of sales, stalled construction work at sites, delayed deliveries, trust deficit, shortage of labor are some of the key problems faced by the real estate sector. The industry has been facing liquidity crunch for the last few years, and this had intensified following the NBFC crisis that started with default of IL&FS in August last year. Real estate has had large dependence on NBFCs for financing, and the liquidity almost dried up post this various NBFC defaults. Sales and customer advances were the only support available to developers. Post NBFC crisis, several offers and discounts offered by them had managed to attract home buyers to some extent, and the green shoots were visible between late October and March. However, with the lockdown and concerns over growth in the economy and job losses, sales also dried up. With the lockdown, construction work at all the sites came to a standstill. This made it worse for the sector, already marred by the delay in delivery of apartments and debt distress. As the fear of COVID-19 outbreak started turning into a reality, migrant workers started moving back to their villages despite the lockdown and complete travel ban. And now that we are witnessing an exodus, developers are worried that whether they'll be coming back or not, resulting in labor shortage. While the economic activity has been down, real estate developers have accused cement and steel manufacturers over the catalyzation and increasing prices of these key input materials. In the backdrop of COVID-19 outbreak, realty developers had suggested various measures to the government to ease its impact on the sector, and these were mainly aimed at demand creation and liquidity infusion. One-time debt restructuring or rollover for infusion of liquidity into the sector. This has been the most awaited and long pending demand of the industry, given that it is reeling under pressure of over 6 lakh crore worth of debt. Waiver in stamp duty and ready reckoner or circle rates for a limited period to boost the demand. They have also suggested that interest rate on all realty projects to be refixed at repo rate while ensuring that the relief will be passed on to home buyers. Bringing down income tax rates in a bid to increase an individual's disposable income to boost the consumption. These were some of the key demands of the industry. Measures announced so far. The government as well as the Reserve Bank of India has taken steps to ease the pressure on the sector and the economy as a whole. Apart from reducing the repo rate, the Reserve Bank of India's additional measures to support the economy, including 1-year extension for commencement of commercial operations of project loans for real estate projects that are delayed, are expected to provide a liquidity boost to the stressed sector. The central bank's decision to infuse additional liquidity into the National Housing Bank will also accelerate and facilitate bank credit flows towards the sector in the wake of COVID-19 crisis. RBI has also allowed a 3-month moratorium for all working capital and term loans, including housing loans. Given the extension of lockdown, companies are now seeking further relief in this. In case of home loans, this has allowed home buyers to avail option to defer the installments for now. As part of the 20 lakh crore stimulus package aimed at containing the fallout of COVID-19 pandemic, the government has advised real estate regulatory authorities to extend completion deadlines for all the projects that were scheduled to be completed after 25th March by 6 months. And this can be extended by additional 3 months based on the situation in respective states. This will help in addressing developers' concern regarding stalled construction due to the lockdown and unavailability of labor at present and even after the lockdown is lifted. The package will benefit over 50,000 projects registered with RERA across various states and union territories. Of these, almost 50% are from Maharashtra. Further, the top 10 cities have 1.2 billion square feet under construction projects which will benefit from this move. The government has extended the credit-linked subsidy scheme CLSS for middle income group under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana by one more year until March 2021 in a bid to boost demand for real estate and construction activity. Under this scheme, the beneficiary with annual income of 6 to 18 lakhs gets 3 to 4% interest subsidy on a loan ranging between 9 to 12 lakh for a house with carpet area of 1700 to 2100 square feet, while any additional loan will be at non-subsidized rate. According to rating agency CRISIL, more than 75% of under construction supply in top 10 cities right now is priced below 1 crore, typically targeted at middle income households. While the demand intervention is a step in right direction, likely stress on employment and income levels is likely to delay housing demand by at least 6 to 9 months. Separately, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has also announced the plan to launch an affordable rental housing scheme for migrant workers or urban poor under the Prime Minister Awas Yojana. Under this scheme, the government will be incentivizing manufacturing units, industries and associations to build affordable housing complexes on their private land through public-private partnership model. This will not only provide good business opportunity to the private sector, it will also increase the rental housing stock in big cities apart from enhancing demand for construction material and activity as a whole. However, both the sector as well as end users are unlikely to get benefit of this immediately as detailed plan is still awaited. While most of the demands made by the industry, real estate developers have remained unmet, the developers are still hopeful that the government may offer them additional support soon.